video. This video is gonna be a story time of when I got my gastric sleeve. So I got my gastric sleeve February of 2017. I'm looking at my phone because I wrote everything down that I wanted to talk about. Alright, like I said, it was February 2017 through a company called Weight Loss Agents. And they you sign up and they fly you out. Like it's part of a package deal. You pay for your plane ticket and surgery all in one. And they fly you to Los Angeles, and from there you drive to Tijuana, Mexico, and you do your surgery. I know it sounds kind of sketchy, but it was like a legit thing. So we went to, we booked our flight. It was me, my mom, and my younger sister. My mom actually did her surgery previously in October, and then she took me and my sister, my younger sister, to get ours done in February because she knew we was not happy with how we was looking. We was like real self-conscious or whatever, and she just wanted to give us the confidence that we wanted, and she knew me and my sister wanted to lose weight. So before I got the surgery, at my heaviest I was 213 pounds. Then after the surgery, at my lightest I was 115. Now I'm like 140, 145. But that's because I just had a baby. But anyways, we went to California. We took a plane to California from New York to California, but now I live in Georgia, so. And then from California, they drove us to Tijuana, Mexico. And as soon as we got off the plane and drove to Mexico, we had to cross the border, but that was a long process trying to get across. It was so much traffic. Once we got into Mexico, it was a group of girls all doing the same surgery. It was like maybe 6 or 7. Me and my sister by far were the thinnest there. No shade. Yeah, so my mind is all over the place trying to think about what happened in order. Anyway. Alright, so as soon as we crossed the border, they drove us to the place where the doctors were, and it was like a block away from the hotel that we were staying in. So we go into the place where they're going to do the surgery. I don't know if it was a doctor's office or it wasn't a hospital. Could have been, I don't know. It didn't look like one though. And we go inside, we meet the doctors. They do like a little physical exam, and they take blood work to make sure you're good enough to do the surgery. And after we did that, they drove us to the hotel, which was like a block away. And then we drove to the hotel. We got settled into our room, me, my sister, my mom. My mom was there to take care of us. And the next day was when they did the actual surgery. So we sleep over, wake up, they pick everybody back up, take them back, and we all sitting in the waiting room, and they start calling people one by one to get their surgery done. I don't remember what order everybody went, but I know out of me and my sister, I went before her. And I'm glad that it happened that way, because she was like, she's seen me on the table, like still out of it, still under the anesthesia when they brought her into the room. And I feel like if I would have seen her first, I would have backed out because I was so scared beforehand. Anyways, we sitting in the room, they call me, they wheel me out. I have so much butterflies in my stomach at this point. I'm scared. I had a son. I was like, oh my God, please let me wake up. And I remember when I got on the table, they hooked me up with the IV. I'm going to insert pictures. I'm going to insert before and after pictures, and I'm going to insert whatever pictures I could find from that time. Anyways, yeah, they inserted the IV and with the anesthesia, and I remember just thinking, please let me wake up. And I feel like as soon as I finished that sentence, I was already up and the surgery was over, which was so weird to me. And I remember waking up, I was still out of it, still had the IV. I don't know. My sister was next to me. She wasn't up from her surgery yet. She wasn't awake. Um, I don't remember, but I know that they took, after the surgery, after we woke up or whatever, they left us there overnight in like the hospital area before we went back to the hotel. And I know my sister was so horrible that first night. She was throwing up every like 15 minutes. Like, I wasn't as bad as her. Like, I don't think I threw up at all, but I know I couldn't sleep because, I don't know, she kept on throwing up. I know I moved to the chair that was in that little recovery room because I couldn't lay down comfortably. And I just tried to sleep in the chair, but I couldn't sleep because she was throwing up, and I was worried about her, and I was worried about myself, and it was just crazy. The recovery was not fun. It was painful and not fun. And so the next day they drive us back to the hotel. That car ride wasn't fun. I had stitches all in my stomach. I think we got 5 different cuts in our stomachs and about, I would say, like 14 or 15 stitches altogether. So they drive us back to the hotel. We still have our IVs. Oh, and we also had a little tube like sticking out of us, collecting blood and fluid. I know it sounds disgusting, but that's what it was. We had that sticking out of us, and we had to just hold it, I guess, and go back to the hotel. We actually had a band wrapped around our stomachs, and it had like a little pocket to put that thing that held the blood. It's like a little container thing. Like, it had to like drain out, I guess, so fluid didn't build up under our skin. And then we get back to the hotel, and at this point we can't eat nothing but ice chips. I think a couple days later we started being able to eat popsicles and stuff like that. And we just eating ice chips and resting and recovering. Some of the doctors will come to the hotel and check on us, like I think once in the morning and once at night. And we was basically just recovering until we went home, which was like a week later. Yeah, so like a week later, time comes to go. We had to get back into the car to drive home. We still had our stitches in. I don't think it was a week later. No, it wasn't a week later. It was like maybe 2 days after the surgery. We had the stitches in. We had to drive back. We had to drive to the airport to go back home. The drive to the airport, trying to get past the border, was the worst because we have all these ladies in the car. Everybody's not feeling good because they just got their surgeries done. We all had stitches in our stomach. It was not fun. Then we had to take an airplane from Cali to all the way to New York. So that was a long travel when you're not feeling good. So we get home, and as soon as we get home, I'm happy to be home. I don't feel bad or anything. My sister's already recovering. I'm already recovering. My birthday was, I think I got home March 10th. I'm not sure, but I know, yeah, March 10th, because my birthday is the 12th, and I had a birthday party like 2 days later after I got home. And at that point I was feeling good, and like I didn't feel sick or nothing, but I still had the stitches in. We had to find somebody to take our stitches out, and that process wasn't that easy because as soon as they all heard that we got weight loss surgery in Mexico, nobody wanted to touch us. I guess they didn't trust it. They didn't want to be liable if they were something wrong. So we had to search and search until we finally found a doctor to take out the stitches. And that hurt so bad. The stitches were so tight, and they was so like, I don't know, it's like wire, so tight. And then they had to squeeze scissors under the stitch and clip it, and then pull it out with tweezers. Pull it out of your stomach. I don't know, but that process was horrible. My sister left 2 of her stitches in and took them out herself 2 days later because she couldn't take it no more, but she's brave because I would not have been able to take those out by myself. Anyway, after we got our stitches out, I think I already said we found someone to take our stitches out. Yeah, everything was good until like maybe a month later. After that point, my sister, everything was fine with her and her surgery. Me, like after a month later, I got sick. I couldn't keep nothing down. I kept spitting every like 15. I couldn't even swallow my own saliva. I kept on spitting up and throwing up like every 15 minutes from the minute I would wake up to the minute I would go to sleep. So I go to the hospital and they just tell me, oh, I'm vitamin deficient, and they give me an IV and send me home. But the next day I'm feeling even worse. I could barely stand up. I'm weak. I can't eat. I can't keep nothing down. So I go to a different hospital, and I ended up being admitted, and I didn't leave till about a month later. I was in the hospital for a month because my vitamins, my body couldn't absorb vitamins. I was vitamin deficient. I lost all my weight from 213. I got to like 115 within a matter of like 2 weeks. I lost all my weight. My hair started falling out. It was bad. Imagine being in the hospital for a month, getting needles in your arm. They had to keep on moving my IV because my IV kept on collapsing my veins, because I couldn't eat. I was dehydrated. It was horrible. That's the worst experience of my life. I still get like flashes of being stuck in the hospital. And then after a month of being in the hospital, they finally let me home. I feel a little bit better, even though I still can't swallow my own spit, which is nasty. I had to walk around with these little bags and keep on spitting in them, like every time spit will build up in my mouth, until I just got over it on my own. And I'm better now, thank goodness. And I don't regret doing the surgery, even though my hair fell out and got super thin. I don't regret doing the surgery, because before I got my surgery, I had PCOS, and they told me that after my older son, I would never be able to have another kid. And I feel like because of this surgery, my PCOS disappeared, and I was able to have my younger son. But it wasn't that great of an experience. But everybody's experience is different. Like I said, my younger sister, she didn't have no complications. Besides that first night, she was throwing up a lot. And the first night I was fine, and then I ended up in the hospital. Everybody's different, but I do not regret it whatsoever. And yeah, so if you're thinking about getting the surgery, I would say proceed with caution. And yeah, I know I'm happier with my body now than I have ever been, and I don't regret it at all. Alright, that's all for this video. Stay tuned for Aiden's rant at the end of this video. Thank you, and have a wonderful day. Until next time, guys. Bye.
My friends are so cool that I want to meet them every day. Every day, every day, every day. It's every day. Hey. And I remember this blue dude in Toka Lake Town. And when I watch my favorite YouTube video, and my favorite YouTuber no one knows, he said that guy go. I don't know if he does that. I think he's wrong. So, I think Noah's wrong. An Animal Crossing for the GameCube. This creepy secret needs to be on a Sunday or a Monday. Because if you're on a Sunday or a Monday and it hits 3:33, you see this alien on TV. And he looks so creepy. And I want you to hear it. Okay, guys, that was all of it. Okay, guys, this is the end of the first episode. So, okay, guys, you could go eat your salty popcorn now. Bye.